السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. It's our pleasure, great pleasure to be with you today in one of our series of Leading Through the Crisis. And this session comes to you sponsored by Tanmaya Group and HR Leaders Kuwait and Quality and Excellence Leaders Middle East. It's our great pleasure to have with us today one of our dearest colleagues and HR expert and one of the HR gurus, and he's now the HR director of Kuwait Airways. I will leave him to introduce himself. But it's our great pleasure to have him with us today. We had some technical problems, but alhamdulillah, we're starting. So, Dr. Walid, if you can introduce yourself, and then we can start our session, inshallah. Okay.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين. في البداية أدري أنا راح أتكلم إنجليزي، بس في البداية أحب أشكر يعني الحضور على هذه الأمسية الطيبة إن شاء الله، وأشكر زميلي الدكتور محمد على هذه أنا أسميها الروح الطيبة والشعور بالمسؤولية والتواصل مع الآخرين. في البداية I would like يعني to start my event, يعني if you call it session or presentation or lecture, whatever you like to call it, but because we have technical problem, but Dr. Muhammad will help me with presenting my presentation. Dr. Muhammad, can we display our presentation? The first one, please.
Here you are, Doctor.
I don't see, I see myself only. I don't know. Do you already have it?
Yes, we are in the first slide, and you have.
Let me see.
You can also open. You can also open your presentation in your laptop if you like.
Let me just 1 second. Let me bring my because I cannot see on the screen.
Okay.
To improve our life, you know, so on and so forth. But now I will be sharing with you most probably latest experience that I have faced, I have developed over the years, especially where I work, where I have been working, where I have been developing myself and the function of the most important thing in any organization called HR. So today we'll be talking or presenting the transformation of organization. We will use very simple HR assessment tools. Probably a lot of you expecting this lecture will be scientific, using a scientific approach. However, I will make it very simple so that everybody can be happy and enjoy the evening with me. So shall I go to the second one, Dr. Muhammad? Now I'll be introducing myself. What is the best way to introduce myself? So I thought about this before I start the presentation. So I put it this way, make it simple and easy for everybody to understand. I call myself HR professional. Why? Because I have the education, I have the background, I have the functional knowledge, and I have the skill needed to be in HR field, to practice HR. Second one, I call myself, I am HR practitioner. So this is my profession. This is what I do day to day. Also, I am HR leader because always I am at C-level, HR director, so on and so forth. So also I am HR strategist. I work in the organization. Always I do my best to bring change to the organization, because normally HR function in our Gulf area, in Arab world, it is looked at as admin, provide admin services. However, now we have HR transformed into strategic role. So now before I move on, everybody with me, Dr. Muhammad, because I don't know, I cannot see everybody here.
We have about many participants, about 30 participants so far.
Very good. So far, so good?
Yes, so good. And our participants are from different areas in the region. Okay, not only from...
Very well. So we'll move to the second one. Okay, we start with the past and the present. This is very important for your life, for your business, okay, for your work, for everything. You must take time into consideration. Number one, if we take example, I call this, the one you see in your screen on the left, I call him Johnny, okay? So Johnny looking at 2015, which is, we go back in the past. He asked a question. Did we learn from our mistakes? Everybody looking at me. Did you learn from your mistake? If you are a manager, if you are a businessman, if you are your life as a person, did you learn from your mistake? 2015, where were you? What did you do? What happened? Okay, if we go to the present, what action we must all take to correct the mistake that we had years ago? If we go towards the future, what does the future hold? So if I ask our participant, Dr. Mohammed, can they answer this question? If anybody can share this before I continue, how about that?
Let's see in the chat box if anyone wants to reply back. Can you please repeat the question again, Doctor?
Okay. Can anybody share with us what did she or he learn from the past? And what about their future? What are they going to do? Do they have action plan? Did they learn from their mistakes?
One of our participants saying that focus on soft skills.
Okay. What else?
Resilience, evaluating past experience, changing mindset from hard to smart, learning from my mistakes and trying to fix it in the current, in the present, and trying to be one of the best HR managers, working for HR towards HR agility. I think we have to move of the time.
Very well. So let's move to the next slide.
Okay, for a second, next slide.
I will address this question to all of you. Please read it carefully. Is it there already?
Yes, it's there.
Why we or you are not there yet? Go back 5 years ago from now. From your present, go to the past. Why you are not there yet? If you have a business, why you are not there yet? If you have a company, you are not there yet. If you have your personal life, you are not there yet. If you have you are a manager, you want to be something else, why you are not there? If you want to take retirement, why you are not there? So I will start from the bottom. Where are we now? If you are an organization or if you are a business, or if you are talking about your life, where are you now? Where are we now? Okay, if I am the CEO, where are we now? At what stage? Okay, what is our objective? Where do we, what are we going to achieve? Where do we want to be 3 years, 5 years from now? The next question, where we want to be? Where? Okay, how are we going to get there? Also, I come back to you and I want you to share with me if you can answer this question. Somebody said he is better than before. What else? Let me hear from all of you. How to apply KPI, okay. Now I can see the chatting. Managers, one of telecommunication, okay. Okay, let me move to the other one. Dr. Mohammed.
Okay.
What is missing in your organization? Okay. Do we deliver what we expect to deliver? Have we met our target, reach our goals? What is missing? What is missing? Okay. So let me share with you the outlook, not so good. Why? We have to ask ourselves, if something, the curve is going down, of course we have to stop due to pandemic, due to virus, due to close down, due a lot of issues has or have brought business down. So what are we going to do? What is the next move? What is the next step? How we are going to get there? You see? So just imagine you are looking to this picture every day. What do you going, how are you going to move forward? What goes to your mind? Okay, when you wake up in the morning, what goes up, comes immediately to your mind? Okay, does this, what you see, does it make you happy? Or does it make you feel probably bad? See, this is very important. So let's move to the other one, Dr. Mohammed. Can you find the path? Can you identify where are you going? What is the starting point? Okay, how are you going to turn things around? Okay, if you think you fail, or you are not delivering or you are not reaching your goal, or it is far away, the dream is far away from your reality. So if you look at Johnny, what do you think Johnny looking for? And he is using Google Maps. Okay, and imagine that you are now think of your life, of your organization, of bringing change to your life, to your business, to your company, to your children, to your family, to your social life, to everything that you think of. Can anybody suggest anything? Please do so. Let me hear you. Can we ask our participant, Dr. Mohammed, to answer this question or to share with me what they think?
Sure. They all can listen to you and they are sharing in the chat box.
Okay, let me listen to or hear what they say.
People seeking to reinvent HR, social communication wasted a lot of time.
Mm-hmm. What else?
About how to apply KPIs.
Okay. Okay, let's move forward to the other one. And let's see. Do you think you can find your bath? Is it easy to find a bath? Are you with me, Dr. Mohammed?
Yes.
Okay. Can anybody find his bath? Remember, Johnny is now, he is helping me. And he, okay, looking for a path. So do you think you can find your own path, or do you need the tools, or you are looking for techniques, or you are looking for somebody to bring help to you or to help you out? Okay, so at this moment in time, do you think what I just delivered really touching you, or you think this is just something somebody say it and it is far from reality? Okay, so let's move to the other one. Let me start from this, please. If you have pencil or pen or paper, can you, I'll give you 1 minute before you read the question and write the question down. Okay, now let's go to the main focus. And there is question in front of you. How? What? Who? When? Where? And remember, change is a state of things, different from all the state of things. Probably some of you consider this is philosophy, but let me go to the question. If you go to a doctor, if you have a problem, or if you're sick, doctor tell you what, when, where, who, how, and the question goes on and continue. The doctor asking you the question. Why? Because he wants to assess the problem. He wants to find why you are sick. Why do you feel sick? Okay? So imagine you have a problem in your organization, in your company, in your life. Just stop and think and focus. Ask yourself a question. What is wrong with me? Why I am still, okay, at this point? I have not moved forward. Nothing, okay, tomorrow is not better than yesterday. So you have to answer the question. And this is part of something that we will utilize in order to go to the assessment and make our life better, make our business looks better, make our organization also better. Are you with me? I just want to see a sign that everybody is enjoying what I'm saying and they are probably happy about finding a probably new way, techniques, tools to assess their organization, company, business, life, so on and so forth. So I want to see an indication that everybody is with me. Please do so.
It's very challenging in the when you are using the online meetings to engage people. So it's very challenging.
Okay.
So let's see what are the signs.
Okay.
Maybe people in the chat can write their reflection.
Okay. I know it is difficult, but let's go to the next one. Another focus, please. Are you with me, Dr. Mohammed? Building blocks?
Yes.
Okay. Let me give you this. This is also very challenging, as Dr. Mohammed mentioned. If we want to assess something, okay, what do we do? What tools, technique we use? I'll give you something, make it simple on you. First, you have to sense the problem, the issue, okay? Okay, even if it's the weather. If you touch something, okay, you are sensing something, okay? Then you have to detect, after sensing, you detect. Then after detecting, affecting. So we go back to the question, what, how, when? This is a status. You have to start with the sensing of the issue, the problem, and you go to the what, to detecting. So now, if I am a doctor, I am a physician. First, I ask you, what's wrong with you? I am sick, doctor. I cannot breathe. I am. Okay, so this is sensing. Then I go, okay, wait. Let's go to take blood analysis or something like that. Then the result come. So we go to the result. And then, Dr. Surprise. He went further analysis, further investigation, because now he started detecting the problem. So after that, he said, he started writing. You know, nobody knows what they are writing unless you are a doctor or you are a physician, so on and so forth. So what caused the problem? Okay. Then once we detect the problem, we take action. Then we are treating the problem. Is everybody with me? So this is a very simple tool that you can apply in your life, in your organization. You have to sense what is the issue, what makes the company like that, why customer not buying from us, why they are not calling us, why they are not interested in our product, not interested in our service. So even our employees, they come to work, they are not engaged because, okay, we are not sensing what is the issue. Okay, we don't know what happened. Okay, so once we sense, we detect, then action is taken to overcome this obstacle. We go to the other one. Everybody, we have, you know, a state where everybody is walking, everybody wake up and go back to sleep, and they go back to their work and go back to their home and start their morning thinking what they do. They don't like their boss. Our boss is tough. Our manager is not helping us. Everybody is stress, pressure, and we cannot deliver, and we cannot meet his expectation or her expectation. So what do you do? So we are, I think with me, Doctor, we look at this dangerous sign. Are you with me, Dr. Mohammed?
Yes, I'm with you, yes.
Yeah, مكتوب خطر, انتبه, caution. Are you with me, صح?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, so we'll go to the next one. I will give you example about what we call problem definition. Okay, so now I go to the problem definition, Dr. Mohammed. I will give you example of something I face every day. So over the years, when it comes to HR sector or HR function, all over, probably Gulf countries or Middle East, we have a problem, both private and public sector. What is the issue? Normally, HR is providing traditional services, recruitment, promotion, hiring, terminating employees, okay, paying salary, leaves, so on and so forth. But have you thought, especially those who work in HR, of transforming HR function into a strategic role? I want to hear from you. Say just yes or no. Okay, can we say, you know, can we see your question? I mean, your answer, sorry. Yes. Okay, yes, very good. I can see here 3 people say yes. So what does transformation of HR function? Now I will bring you something very specific, okay? For those working in HR, for those working in strategic, okay, role in the organization, okay? Do you think you can transform organization before transforming HR function into a strategic role? Okay, so a lot of people, they bring consultant, they bring company advisor from all over the world. They have their name, they have their brand, and they have so many things. And we spend a lot of probably millions of dollars, okay? And the rest of the day, nobody cares about the outcome or the results of what the company, okay, deliver. So what do they use for assessment? Survey, observation, site visit, meeting, so on and so forth. So after all of this, they will come up with something they present to the owners or to the top management or to CEO, so on and so forth. Now, if you don't believe that HR is a strategic player in 21st century organization, I can say you have to think about this, because first thing to transform organization, you have to think of HR. Why HR? Because HR hiring, training, developing people. And this is all, okay, reflected on the long-term objective of the company. If you don't train people, if you don't hire them, if you don't take care of their developing their skills, bring them to the level, to a competency level, to the standard expected level, so they cannot deliver what you expected from them. So this is very important game you have to play, and you have to be a professional. Otherwise, I don't think so you will have a chance to succeed. Let's move to the other one, Dr. Mohammed. Sorry to bother you, but are you with me?
Yes.
Now, please focus. If I am an expert, okay? I know all of you probably here with us know about this, but if you are an expert, and I will ask you to come and be on my team, let's work together, okay? If we enter the organization, and today is our first meeting with Dr. Mohammed, who is the CEO, okay? So what is the first thing that we're going to ask him? Okay, because we have to study, we have to prepare ourselves, we have to get ready for that very specific meeting, okay? Once we enter, we will look around, we will look for people. The people, the most important asset, and we call them human capital, and we have to invest on them. So the first question come to my mind and to my team: do we have the core competency to deliver expected results? So I am asking you the question, yes or no? Okay, so now we are going to assess the organization in order to transform the organization. So do we have, if you like to watch football or soccer or whatever it is called, and you are hired as a manager or a coach, first thing you will do, before you think about your game plan, you think about your people, the players, the team, okay? Do you have the capability to win a trophy, to be in the top, or you need to invest? You have to bring people, okay, to your team. See, I think you agree. This is, without people, no business. Without people, you cannot run anything. I know there is now automation, there is digitization, there is machine, there is everything nowadays. But however, you cannot go by doing this without number one, which is people. Now I will go to assess your processes, policy, procedure, okay? A lot of companies all over the world, they still live in 19th century. Even though we are what? We are in the 21st century, but they are still live in 19th century. Nothing updated, nothing changed, nothing. Remember, probably most of you remember what happens in 2 digits in 2000. Remember, and there was two field. I mean, when they went to transfer, to 2000, it was convert from 2 digits to 4 digits. So they had a problem because the programming, it was only when they talk about the date, they had only 2 digits. But now we have 4 digits, and probably it will, I don't know, endless, infinity. So second thing, ladies and gentlemen, the process. Remember, first, you assess the people. Okay, are they capable to deliver the expecting result? If they are not, we have to go training. We have to treat them by giving them training, by developing their skills, but bring them to a level where we can meet our expectation and deliver our result. Number 3, what do you expect me to say about number 3? Look at the system. Are you up to date with digitization in your system? Or still you are away, you are behind, you are far away from reality? Okay, let me take you to number 4, culture. What kind of culture you think is working in your organization, if any? Because I don't hear that much leaders, managers, directors, okay, top management level talking about culture. And culture is very important factor of this assessment that we have to assess in order to understand what's going on in the organization. So these 4 factors, okay, very important. Very important. Believe me, I can challenge everybody. If the 4 that you can see in front of you, okay, not as important as you think, let me share it with you. You can call me tomorrow if you like. You can send me an email. You can send me WhatsApp, and we can go over this. And I can challenge you by giving you a lot of examples that lead to a transformation. If we go back to the team, if they don't have the right training session, the right manager, the right techniques, the right time to train, the right, what happens? They are not engaged, so they will not deliver to the expectation, therefore they will lose. So Dr. Mohammed will go to there. Now, can we apply this model, what we call assessment? Now I will bring it together, so to make it simple and easy for all of you to use this, if you like, okay? This model, very simple. It's the component, you can see there are 4. First is people. Then we go to the process, go to the system. You can see the culture is separated. Why? Because it depends. Probably you have all 3, they are great. But if we're talking about the team, we don't have good manager. He's not respecting his player. He's not respecting his team. So he's not taking care of his player. He will lose. So culture, style of manager, style of leadership, recognition, respect, all of these, okay, financial reward, okay? So you have to give your people something in order to meet your expectation, okay? Let me go back, Dr. Mohammed. Lan, we go to the people. Are you with me?
Yes, we are on the people slide, yes.
Very good. Now, let me, you don't have to write, it's in front of you. You can take a photo, you can write down what is, because I cannot just keep talking without giving you evidence. So now you are with me. We go to a meeting, Dr. Mohammed, who is the CEO of any organization. Okay, respected organization. We will talk after the main questions and the main, what we call it, survey. The main assessment will focus on these because we call this is a result of our findings, because we have to search and research. Okay, what's wrong with this organization? Then we'll find out at the end of the day. Remember, the detecting, okay, sensing, okay, and the last one is detecting, okay, and affecting is the last one. So this is, we call affecting. What does affecting mean? Now we come to know what's wrong with the people. What's wrong with my players? They are incompetent. They cannot deliver result. Second one, not engaged. Okay, role conflict. I say to Suzanne, do this. I ask Johnny to do the same thing. So people get frustrated. What's wrong with Walid? Why he's not giving us what he wants from us? So they sit down over there having coffee, and I look to their eyes. Why he's here? They are scared. They think something wrong with me. I don't know how to handle issue, so on and so forth. Number three, lack of delegation. Okay, I am the power of the power. I am the king of king. I am the prince of prince, and I am the everything. Okay, what are they doing? So if you are tomorrow, if you have something, you cannot come to work. What happened? So you have to delegate. This is number what? 5, job ambiguity. No job description. I'm not a great believer of job description anyway. Task, duty. Nobody knows what he's supposed to do. Good? Okay. Job satisfaction. They are not satisfied. Very simple. If you are not satisfied with yourself, with your life, with your organization, with your manager, of course, negativity will rise, okay? And it will come to you directly because you don't believe that this organization has respect to its people. Lack of training and development. And this is the most important part. If you want to bring people to change, if you want to bring a transformation, to transformation, you have to do all of these. So I want to see if people say, this is correct, they think, they believe in this, just give me 3 yes or no, let me see, so that I can continue. Please do so. Okay, let's go to processes, Dr. Mohammed.
We are in the process part now.
Very good. So people asking me, Walid, what do you mean by processes? Processes, policy, procedure, manual, okay? So if we now having this front of us, okay, we'll bring it to our attention. Our team sitting next to me say, let me go through this. So what is the result? We'll find what you see in front of you. Not up to date, not applicable, not clear. We don't know what is written there. Nobody understands what's, like, you know, a doctor, when they write a prescription, nobody understands unless you are a physician or you are a pharmacist or so on and so forth. Ownership. Okay, who is in charge of this, updating this manual? Who is in charge of writing this manual, this policy? Who is going to implement? Okay, what about the digitization part? What's wrong with it? Why everything now still it's paperwork? We have to read manual. We have to apply to go to manual. We have to read this and that. Okay, we are in the 21st century. Let's go to the system, Dr. Mohammed. Of course, we start with not compatible. Okay, are you with me?
Yes, we have the system part, Dr. Walid.
Thank you very much. not compatible, not applicable. We cannot apply them. So a lot of people, now we have iPhone, we have Samsung. So how many Samsung do you have? How many iPhone do you have? What is the updated version that you have? How many times you have to update your software? How many times you have to update your system? But the only thing it's not been updated is yourself, your brain, your mind. Okay? Why you don't update your mind? You update your system, right? But you don't update your mind. You don't update your manual. You don't update your system. You don't update your internal communication. You don't have appropriate implementation plan. No control. Everybody using the same Excel sheet, the same system. Okay, who does this? I don't know. Walid does it. Johnny does it. Sarah does it. Okay, Nawal does it. What else? So system is the most important part, must be applicable and must be digitized, and we must take care of that. So I have to just remind you, in order to assess an organization, before we transform the organization, we have to use, remember, 3 parts so far. First one is people, second is processes, third one is system. Okay? Good? I hope you enjoy what I just have been delivering. And this is the last one, is very critical, I call it one. Culture. Now we finish the third part. We go to the last part. Are you with me, Dr. Mohammed?
Yes, we're in the culture part.
Very well. Moral. What's wrong with you? I have not been promoted for the last 2 years. I need modification in my salary. I need bonus. Nobody respecting what I do. Okay? The values. What is the value of you, of your organization, of your job, of your participation in your work, in your life? It has a value. It has something links to you. So without a value, without integrity, without loyalty, without norms mean, okay, we're respecting others. We do what is expected. We do what is supposed to do. We treat others as a human. We treat them as members of team, participant in the organization, owner of the task, owner of the duty, owner of everything that we have to deliver in order to satisfy our customers, to bring more customers, to expand our business, so on and so forth. So after what I have just explained, okay, and this is one of the tools that I apply in my life, especially when I think of transforming HR function. I always use this model because it's very simple. Everybody can understand, and everybody has the technique, so they can apply. So I have given you a lot of examples where you can use this model, and I gave you even the result, the expected result, after using the component of this this model. Now, I will go, Dr. Mohammed, to the second, searching for the right fit. Okay? So people will call me, and people, are you with me, Dr. Mohammed?
Yes, we're on the right slide. Don't worry.
Very well. Thank you, Dr. Mohammed. By the way, Dr. Mohammed is he is one of my friends. He always bring change to our, I call it friendship, always active, always doing something probably from time to time. So I think this guy is a transformational leader as well. Anyway, searching for the right fit through transformation. Probably a lot of people saying, Walid, what does transformation means? From my perspective, from my own experience, from what I have developed, what I have seen over the years working in different organizations. First thing is change. Change yourself, change your mind, change your style, change your behavior, change your work, change your job, change a lot of things you must consider in order to link this to transformation. Transformations, adaptation, transformation, adherence, re-innovate. Champions. If we apply this to the team, then this manager, when he took over, they start winning. They become champion. Why? Transformation of, go back to the 4 factors, you will see he changed people behavior, people competencies delivered, raised, developed, so on and so forth. He changed the way he communicates with them. He changed the way they exercise physically, mentally, so on and so forth. So now we're getting close to the end of this transformation. So we go back, okay, to this Johnny and see what does he have to say. Now Johnny I like him, and he will bring change to this slide. And he is a transformational leader, and not everyone can go change. This is a practice, exercise. See, you have to face challenge. Now, for me, I am facing a challenge. I want to bring change. I want to talk to your mind. I want to talk to you in a way that make you believe you can change. You can transform yourself, transform your life. Up and away. Where? Look to the sky. A lot of people say, we cannot believe in this. Nothing changed. Every day I look to the sky. Nothing changed. But the sky is the limit. I don't know. What do you think? Yes or no? Let me hear you just quickly before we close down our presentation. Yes or no?
We will have some time for the questions and discussion, and then
okay.
When we finish, inshallah, we'll have some time to discussions and.
Yalla, let me finish then. Okay, we go to the other one, Dr. Mohammed.
Okay.
What does future, hold? I think everybody can change, everybody can go. But let me take you to this one, the transformation approach. This is very important because probably a lot of people watching me, inshallah, will finish very soon, Dr. Mohammed. I will not make it long. Probably very simple. It is written there. What is the best approach to transformation? Very simple. Hire the right people. Develop people to deliver service quality. Provide needed support system. And retain, of course, the result is retaining the best people. So this is very simple. You can go through it. And this is a model when if you have a gap, you have to use this to close this gap by applying what I just mentioned, and probably takes time to explain. This is probably something you need to read and take your time. Now we're searching for ideas. What can I transform? Can transform myself, my family, so on and so forth. But last one, I would say, now I am sure you can apply tools to transform your HR function to strategic role. You can transform your organization. Let me close by saying, what about you? You can be a change agent now. You can bring change to your organization. You can bring change to your life. You can transform your organization. It is possible, okay? You can develop your own assessment tools, and you can, let me close this presentation, embrace each challenge in your life as an opportunity for self-transformation. And the difference between dreams and goals is and commitment and length of time required to achieve them. Thank you, Dr. Mohammed. Thank you, everybody, for giving me the time to share my this presentation. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. Please.
Thank you so much, Dr. Walid, for this very interesting and engaging presentation. Actually, as we said, that in spite of all the circumstances and the pandemic and everything, we're trying to enrich people's lives by bringing new ideas, okay? So I think these presentations came at the right time, because now we are all in transformational phase, okay?
Yes, I agree.
Personal lives, family, organizations, the whole world, we are all in transition phase. We are going through transformation. So I think it was a very interesting discussion, and we'll open the door for any questions and any comments. And we can see people writing in the chat box. One of our colleagues, Iman, saying not everyone can go for change, and they believe it's hard to get out of their comfort zone. Yes, the big reason is behind the size of responsibilities. So everyone has his own responsibility. So to let go and go for the required situation, I think it needs a lot of motivation, a lot of focus, and so on.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. Thank you. Yes.
So, and again, talking specifically about your experience in the past few months in Kuwait Airways, okay, especially this very hard time for all airlines, okay. So how did you apply this, or what are the main lessons that you have learned through the past few months in Kuwait Airways, and what are you trying to do right now?
والله دكتور هذا it needs probably
another big session.
Another big session. See, a transformation of people depends on what you're going to deliver. First of all, you have to set expectation, which is the future, versus reality. Okay, a lot of people, they scare of this pandemic. They don't want to go to work. And we are a private sector, and government closing down. So they don't want people to go to work. So now how can we ask people to come to work? Yes. And especially remember, Kuwait Airways, first thing, they did something really incredible. And, they, especially those Kuwaiti outside Kuwait, they were, Kuwait Airways, because was the first one to participate in bringing those who are stranded outside Kuwait. And we don't know at that time what we expect to happen. And not much information about this pandemic. So a lot of people go to work and they are scared. So rather than getting close to each other, talking to each other, everybody is standing 3 meters, 4 meters, because they scared that something will happen to them and virus spread around. So it was very challenging. And that was where we call it a transformation, because we don't get used to this. And our lives is transforming to something probably negative. But a lot of people now using Zoom, using a lot of different technology to talk to each other, okay, to travel around the world, to chat, to learn, to develop their skills, to work from home. So a lot of experience, even myself, I have developed. I have shared with my friend, okay? Now we use technology in order to communicate. Before, we don't rely on technology to communicate. We have to see you in order to just convince you what I want from you. Now, no, I send you something. I use WhatsApp, I use Zoom, so many things. This is also, we call it a transformation of communication.
Yes, yes. True. We have one of our colleagues, Mr. Abdullah Khan. If you have a question.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum to the panel.
Alaikum salam.
Can you tell us, Mr. Abdullah, where are you talking from?
I am from Trinidad and Tobago, sorry.
That's why I'm asking you, because I know that's very interesting place that we are used to have people in the region, but you are very far. How many hours we have difference?
8 hours difference.
Okay, that's great.
Yes. Okay, so my question to the panel is, you mentioned a lot about transformation, Dr. Waleed, and I am doing research actually on authentic leadership, and it seems very similar to some of the approach that you highlighted. Is there a difference between authentic leadership, which is an upgrade to transformation, and what you've highlighted in your discourse? If yes, could you please give me some points?
Can you repeat the question, because I didn't get it, please.
Sure. I'm actually doing my final presentation regarding my master's, alhamdulillah. And
very good.
I'm reading a lot on authentic leadership. And one of the things I read is that it's an upgraded transformation. One of the things you mentioned regarding systems that stood out to me was we upgrade systems, but we don't upgrade our mind and our brain. Could you just highlight if there's a difference between authentic leadership and transformational leadership based on this wonderful presentation, alhamdulillah?
Very good. I think you are now at a level where you can understand the difference, and you are a researcher, and depends on your finding. Let me make it simple. Okay, we can now go to the internet and type difference between this and this. But from my own perspective, I have developed my own leadership style, and I call it transformational leadership. What does it mean? I am rely on managers of football philosophy. If now, let's say you are 2-0 and you are losing to your other team. So you ask one of your players sitting next to you, said, Waleed, Johnny, whatever, I want you to go and do 1, 2, 3, 4. All of a sudden, the game ends and finish, and I win 3-2. What happens? Transformational leadership. It's all about communication, about style, about the way of thinking, about influencing, about moving people from present to future by explaining to them their role, their ability to deliver, their belief in their idea, in their community, in their organization, so on and so forth. I hope I answer your question.
Yes, you did. Thank you very much.
If you allow me, Dr. Waleed, also, I have another point of view to this. Many people will be talking about transformational, okay, transformational leadership. Everyone can assume or say that I'm doing this, okay? But again, you need special characteristic of this leader. One of these are to be authentic leader, okay, to make this transformation, okay? So we can easily talk about it. We can give lectures, as Dr. Waleed say, you can search on the Google and so on. But again, to do things, okay, with the ethics, and especially in these very hard times has shown the real people, the real leaders, the real sincerity of people versus people who they were talking about it. Before the crisis, you can talk as you like, okay? But when it comes to people's lives, for their compensation, their safety, and so on, now there's a big difference between people who really doing things and people just talking about it. So I think this is also another important point.
Yes. May I add something, Dr. Mohammed?
Please.
What's his name? The other, he was talking to me just, what's his name?
Abdullah.
Abdullah. He just asked me a question about transformation and leadership. What's his name?
I say about the difference between transformational leadership and authentic leadership.
Yeah, what's his name?
Abdullah.
Abdullah, let me tell you something, because you are a researcher and you are, inshallah, I would say congratulations to your, inshallah, getting your master. I will give you one of the HR secrets, okay? It's called CASU. Are you with me?
I'm with you, doctor.
for everybody, please take this note. CASU, what does CASU means? You can apply it in any leadership, okay? Style. Number one, CASU means knowledge, okay? Second, A is ability. Number three, skills. Number four, other characteristics. What does this mean? If you are looking for a leader, you want to hire a leader, or if you want to be a leader, this is an assessment tool for you in order to transform yourself, okay, to different leadership style, okay, to transformational leadership. First one, what is my knowledge? What do I have to learn? What do I have to gain? Do I have to read? Do I have to attend courses? Do I have to read, search the net, so on and so forth. So you have to bring your level of knowledge to whatever you expect from yourself to deliver. Second, ability. What is your ability? Okay, and everybody knows ability. Number three, what skills needed in order to come to a level where can I be a leader? Where can I be a professional? Where can I be a strategist? So on and so forth. Last one is very important. Other characteristics. People, I am very, and these three, I am very well. I can deliver everything. I am very knowledgeable of whatever it is. But when I am rude, nobody respecting me. They think I am, when I come, something happens to them. Other characteristic, you have to work very hard in order to mix these together and introduce yourself as a new leader, transformational leader. Good luck, and I hope, inshallah, you succeed your journey, and inshallah, you reach your goal.
Inshallah, thank you very much.
I would like to make a point, it's a wonderful insight what Mr. Abdullah Khan and Dr. Walid shared about the transformational leadership. As Dr. Walid quoted an example of the team, empowering the team to win and gain more goals. That requires more inspirational leadership, right? The transformational, this is what I understand. It's that the people are looking at the leader as most admirable and more inspiring. At the same time, we cannot have transformational leadership if there is a bureaucratic environment. If there is no management structure already in place, transformational leader is not equipped. We cannot create one, because you can have transformational leadership if you have already structure, systems, and process in place. But if you don't have enough, you have kind of, it cannot take a root in the bureaucratic environment. That's what I make say. We need to have a system and process in place so that this transformation can be applied in a fluid environment, not a rigidity or a clear chain of command. There is a transactional leadership required rather than a transformational leadership. Don't you agree, Dr. Walid?
I think I agree with. Again, as I said and I mentioned, it depends on the way you want to be. Depends on what you are looking for. Depends on three factors: past, present, future. You have to stop and you have to assess yourself, your tools, your technique, your ability, your skills, your knowledge, your characters. What do you want to be? Why don't people like your style? Why people always complain about the way you communicate with them? Why you cannot bring them to change? Why you are not transforming your task, the way you lead people? All of these, okay, must come to change. Otherwise, you are not updating yourself. You are good at updating your mobile, your computer, your car system, so on and so forth. But the only thing is not been updating, not been transforming is your brain, yourself, your knowledge, so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dr. Walid, for bringing this point, because I've always been thinking about how much money do we spend in our organizations for buying new IT systems, for example,
I agree.
whatever database and all these machines, okay, and all these tools. But when it comes to learning and development, okay, being more efficient, only minimum amount. And we can see in this crisis, for example, most of the companies have stopped spending on consulting, training, leadership development, and so on. In spite, I think this could be something that can help raising people morale and also making people more efficient, especially when many people have to do many jobs at the same time. So, I mean, it's very strange that we don't spend that much money or invest in people development.
That's right, correct.
So at the end of this session, I'd like to thank you so much, Dr. Walid, for being with us. It always bring very insightful issues to the table, and hopefully it was very useful and beneficial for everyone. So inshallah, thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to having you again as part of our online sessions to help people have this new ways of thinking and also helping them transform themselves, their organizations, and the whole community. So thank you so much, Dr. Walid, for your time. It was great having you with us, and looking forward, inshallah, to have you again in all the sessions.
Thank you very much. Assalamu
alaikum. Dr. Walid, could I have an email address?